so much for joining us on Giving Tuesday today. So we have a couple of our parrot friends that live here at Elmwood Park Zoo to introduce to you guys today. First I'll introduce myself. My name is Margaret and I am one of the parrot keepers here at the zoo. We also have Kara over here, one of our other parrot keepers. Now these guys are two of the birds that typically live up in the Birds of Paradise exhibit. So you guys might have seen them before if you've been up at that exhibit in the zoo. So Azul here next to me is a blue and gold macaw. She is a female and she is 18 years old right now. She's the largest parrot in the whole zoo that we have here, so she's really special. And then our little green fellow over there is named Rex. And Rex is actually the second oldest animal in the entire zoo. He is currently 43 years old. So for these guys, that's not even that long. They can live anywhere from 60 to 80 years, so they have very long lifespans. Now, obviously today is Giving Tuesday, so we do have some things that we're hoping maybe you guys can help us out to get for these parrots specifically, and some of our other parrots that live here, like the conures, the sun conures that we also have in the Birds of Paradise exhibit. Now, one of the things we really need is something that helps them mimic a behavior that they do in the wild, so that's forage feeding. So these guys in the wild would eat a lot of different types of fruits and veggies, seeds and nuts and leaves and things like that. So throughout the day, they'll leave their roost and they'll go and they'll feed on all those different types of things throughout the day. So they are very much forage feeders. They'll eat for the whole day and then they'll be finished at nighttime. So I'm going to pass it on over to Kara so she can tell you guys a little bit more about what we are looking for today.
Hi folks, as Margaret said, my name is Kara. I'm also one of the parrot keepers. So there are two other items that would be so helpful for us this coming winter. So one of them is going to be a sensor push. To better explain, first I will show you this photo just in case you go onto the Amazon wish list to find it. This is what it's going to look like. So the purpose for this is anytime that myself or Margaret are not inside of the building, we can actually pull up on our phone a specific app that's going to tell us exactly what the temperature and humidity is inside of that building at that exact time. Now the reason that's super important for us is because our birds are native to South America. Those temperatures are a lot warmer, there's a lot more humidity, and they don't really have a winter like we do here. So unfortunately, we need to make sure that they stay nice and warm during these winter months. And when we don't have a sensor push inside of our building, the only way we can know what temperature it is to constantly go up and check, which unfortunately isn't easiest to do. Now, another thing that we're gonna ask for, and this isn't necessarily winter related, but it absolutely does really help us with their care, is behind our birds right here, you're gonna see medium and small size crates. The reasons for these, we don't need them on a daily basis, but let's say we have medical exams coming up, or we have a situation where we need to separate our birds into smaller groups, or just simply to transport them from point A to point B. These crates are super helpful for us because we can have them in the building, easy access at all times, and unfortunately we really do not have enough for the amount of birds we have. So it would be so helpful if you guys could help us out by getting even one or two of these crates sent over to us. That would be so nice. Now, if you really needed to know where to find these items, you're gonna go onto the elmwoodparkzoo.org website page to find the link to the Amazon wish list. But aside from that, if you would like to know a little bit more about our animals, I'm gonna pass it back on over to Margaret now.
Hello again. So I did want to elaborate just a little bit more on these forage feeders. So because these guys do feed throughout the day in the wild, what we're specifically looking for are types of enrichment that will help them mimic that behavior that they have in the wild. So unfortunately, it's not the best for them if you just give them a breakfast and give them a dinner and that's all they get, because that's not how they would eat in the wild. So we're trying very hard to mimic their natural behaviors. So a lot of the forage feeders that we use are types of enrichment. We wouldn't do it every single day necessarily, but we're hoping to move towards doing it a lot more frequently, so maybe every other day. So this one, for example, now that's a lot of nuts, not the most healthy, but we've got a whole bunch of snacks in a feeder where that bird will be able to go in and kind of pull out those nuts. So it's gonna take them a lot longer to get their food. So instead of just being offered a bowl, and you know, being able to just walk up and eat that food out of the bowl. They have to work for their food. So it's going to take a lot longer for them to eat, which is really much healthier for them.
All right, guys, and for the very last thing that we're going to ask for today, as you can see, not from Rex here specifically because he's bowing his head to us, but if you look real closely at Azul's beak, you're going to see it's huge and it's super sharp. Now their beaks are continuously growing, so one of the things that really helps us out is different types of toys for them. They are all over our Amazon wish list page. It's different large blocks of wood and other different materials that are really going to help shave that beak down to a reasonable size, so that way they can easily access their food and work with things that they have, like different toys, as well as the foraging feeders. If their beaks grow too long, unfortunately, it's not too easy for them to function. So last item, like I said, if you are interested, feel free to buy these guys some toys, really help them shave that beak down. Now, aside from that, we really just wanted to say thank you so much one more time for joining us today on Giving Tuesday. Our animals are going to be thanking you way more than we are, though, because these are going to help take care of them on a daily basis. So thank you so much for being here with us today, and we can't wait to see you all again.
Thank you, guys.